Okay. Uh, Respected Vigneshwari Madam, IAS Director, Quality Education Department of Higher Education, Government of Kerala, Dr. Viju Kumar Veji, Associate Professor, University College, Thiruvananthapuram, and all the organizing committee of this 2 days webinar. Here, today, I am giving the presentation a detailed information about Annual Quality Assurance Report, AQR. So before start my presentation, on behalf of NAC and on behalf of our beloved director, Professor S.C. Sharma sir, and my personal behalf, once again, I thank all the organizing committee of these programs and all the participants. So the submission of AQR or the preparation of AQR is most important role in the IQAC. And IQAC, it is the main role part, or actually IQAC is the heart of the institution to improve the progress of higher education in the institution. So before giving a detailed information about the AQR, so related to AQR, what is the rule of IQAC? That is important because IQAC is the main rule for preparation of HSR and submission of HSR. For preparation of HSR, IQAC rule is very important to collect all information documents from various departments, sections, and to make it final AQR for submission of AQR to the NAC annually. So then what is the rule of IQAC for preparation of AQR? The quality assurance on higher education in India. It is required to cope up with the current challenges and upcoming trends. And external and internal assessment is very important in the institution. That is, internal quality assurance refers to the policies and practices through the IQAC, means one internal assessment every year and one external, that is academic and administrative audit to know the quality education, to know the progress of higher education in the institution. Academic institutions themselves monitor and to improve the quality of their education provisions. External quality assurance refers to leading institutional policies and practices in the institution, whereby the quality of higher education institutions and programs are assured. Impact of quality assurance on educational institutions. Framework is required for the purpose of quality evaluation, standards network, standards, parameters for skill development, programs, enhancement, institutional networks, collaboration learnings between two the institutions, outbound hands-on experience, and it improvised coursework and syllabus, workshops, curricular related activities, and co-curricular academic programs, conference, seminars, forms, checklists at the academic levels. These are the important aspects through academic level, and upgradation of syllabus, faculty development programs, student of ratio, activity-based benchmarking need to be created among all stakeholders regarding the importance of quality assessment and effectiveness in the institution. There are 6 aspects of national quality assurance system in the higher education. 1. National coordination by an independent center or any agency. Internal evaluation resulting in self-assessment reports. Intermittent evaluation by external experts, partially based on the establishment of self-assessment findings. Publication of evaluation outcomes, including recommendations for the improvement. Implementation of the recommendations. Assessment of the appropriateness and effectiveness of the quality assurance methods and procedures. Then coming to IQAC, the internal quality assurance shell, that is IQAC shell, is the tactic for performance evaluation, assessment, and accreditation. Quality accreditation of higher education institutions. NAAC initiated that every accredited institutions should establish IQAC as a post-accreditation quality sustenance measure. For the establishment of IQAC, it is mandatory to all the institutions. Once institution is accredited by NAAC, IQAC it should be functional. If the IQAC should be functioning regularly, then only it is possible to preparation of AQR and submission of AQR annually and the preparation of second cycle or subsequent cycles. As quality enhancement is a continuous process, the IQAC will become a part of the institution system and work towards realization of the goals of quality enhancement and sustenance. Then coming to what is the main objective of the IQAC. The prime task of the IQAC to develop a system for conscious, consistent, and catalytic improvement in the overall performance in the institutions. To promote holistic academic development of the institutions during the post-accreditation period, it will channelize all efforts and measures of the institutions. Two measures for institutional functioning towards quality enhancement through internationalization of quality culture and institutionalization of best practices in the institution. Then functions of IQAC. The functions, it is the routine work of the IQAC. For that, what is the main focus in IQAC functioning? First, focus on preparation of the annual quality assurance report, AQAR. It is as per the guidelines and parameters of NAAC to be submitted to NAAC. The preparation of AQAR, it is as per the guidelines of the NAAC, as per the criteria wise, as well as the metric wise, and it is the basic information. All the information it is available in AQAR format. That format I will display in next slide. But preparation of AQAR through the IQAC, it is the routine functioning duty through the IQS. Development and application of quality benchmarks, parameters for various academic and administrative activities of the institutions. Facilitating the creation of the learner-centric environment conducive to quality education. And adopt the required knowledge and technology for participatory teaching and learning process. And main important in the IQAC functioning, feedback response. That feedback, it should be from student, teachers, parents, alumni, employers on quality related institutional process. Most of the institutions, what they are doing, only they are simply collecting the feedbacks, but only collecting feedback, it is not a use. Once they collected the feedback, the institution has to make the analysis report. Based on analysis report of the feedback, the institution has to take action taken report. That all information, collected information, analysis feedback, and action taken report. That all information, it should be available in their institutional website. Then, communication of information on various quality parameters of higher education. It is also one of the main important functioning in IQAC. Along with this, organization of inter and intra institutions, departments, institutional workshop. In the institutional, IQAC to another department, from one department, collaboration with the IQAC, or from your institution to other institution, organization that inter or intra-institutional workshops, seminars, conferences on quality related themes only, and promotion of quality circles. Documentation of the various programs, activities leading to quality improvement for the preparation of documentary or maintenance of documentary, not only preparation of AQR, It is very important for the preparation of SSR, self-study report. That documentary report is very important. As you know that now in this revised accreditation frame, it was implemented in 2017 June, July. In that 70% it is DVV process. DVV means data validation verification. It is totally based on the submitted document by the institution in the SSR. So based on that, the documentary proof, the third priority only, they will evaluate the process. Acting as a nodal agency of the institution for coordinating quality-related activities, including adoption and dissemination of best practices, development and maintenance of the institutional database through MIS for the purpose of maintaining, enhancing the institutional quality and development of quality culture in the institutions. Strategies for IQS. What are the strategies? So the institutions are ensuring timely, efficient, and progressive performance of the academic and administrative and financial tasks. The relevance and quality of academic and research programs. Equitable access and affordability of academic programs for various sections of the society. Optimization and integration of modern methods of teaching and learning. The credibility of evaluation procedures, and institutions are ensuring the adequate maintenance and functioning of the support structure and services. That support structure and services also very important. Research sharing and networking with other institutions in India and abroad. Then, benefits of IQAC existence. Once you implemented IQAC in the institutions, so before going the NAC, as per the NAC guidelines, once accredited, after the accreditation, means post-accreditation, what are the benefits of the IQAC? IQAC actually make a sure increased level of clarity and focus in institutional functioning towards quality enhancement. Internationalization of the quality culture. And institutions are ensure that enhancement and coordination among various activities of the institution and institutionalize all good practices. Provide a sound basis for decision making to improve institutional functions in the institution. That sound making and improvement of the institutional functions is also very important role for the IQAC. Represent a dynamic system for quality changes in higher education institutions. To improve an organized methodology of documentation and internal communication through IQAC. Then coming to composition of IQAC, how most of the institutions they are framing the committee, don't know. But maximum most of the institutions they are following the NAC guidelines. But institutions has to first follow the NAC guidelines for the composition of IQAC, means the committee of the IQAC. IQAC may be constituted in every institution under the chairmanship of the head of the institution. So always head of the institution, he is the chairman of the IQAC committee, with heads of important academic and administrative units in the institutions. And few teachers or a few distinguished educationists and representatives of local management and stakeholders, they involved in the IQAC committee as per NAC guidelines. So how it is? First, chairperson, he is the head of the institution. A few senior administrative officers in the committee. 8 teachers based on seniority. 1 member from the management. 1 or 2 nominees from local society, students or alumni. 1 or 2 nominees from employers or industrialists or stakeholders. And 1 of the senior teacher as the coordinator of the IQAC. So this is the coordinator for colleges and director for university. As a IQAC director in the university, as a IQAC coordinator in the college level. So in this regard, here I can suggest you one who is the IQAC coordinator or IQAC director of the university. He knows the latest techniques, computerized techniques, because all communication work, all process, it is through online only. This is the composition of IQC. Then points to be remembered while selecting the members of IQC. So this is what our observations for framing the committee in the institution for the purpose of evaluation. It is advisable to choose persons from various backgrounds who have earned respect for integrity and excellence in their teaching and research. They should be aware of the ground realities of the institutional environment. First, they know the ground reality of the institution, what is there, and what best we can plan to improve our demands or our requirements. They should be known for their commitments to improving the quality of teaching and learning. And it is advisable to change the coordinator after 2 or 3 years to bring in new thoughts and activities in the institutions. Means it is one type of rotation. And it would be appropriate to choose a senior administrator, persons in charge of institutional services such as a library, computer center, or estate section, or student welfare section, administration, or any academic tasks, or any examination cells, and planning and development. The management representative should be a person who is aware of the institution's objectives. He knows what is the objective of the institutions and their institutional limitations and institutional strength and weaknesses, and he is committed to its improvement. The local society representative should be of high social standing and should have made significant contributions to the society and in particular to that education institutions. After this entire process, then what is the role of coordinators of the IQAC? The role of coordinator of IQAC is crucial in ensuring the effective functioning of all the members. First, he should be confidential for all the members and he can assign the work or he can do the teamwork. The coordinator of the IQAC may be a senior or competent person with experience and exposure in quality aspects. He or she may be a full-time functionary, or to start with, she or he may be a senior academician or administrator entrusted with IQAC as an additional responsibility. It is IQAC coordinator, it is not a separate post. It is an additional responsibility of faculty. Secretarial assistance may be facilitated by the administration, and it is a request to the institutional for the purpose of IQAC secretariat that assistance facility they have to provide. It is essential that the coordinator may have sound knowledge about the computer first, data management, and its various functions such as issues of effective communication. Means why we are tracing on this one on the computer technically, because all work it is through online. How to maintain the data, how to maintain the documents, how to involve or how to communicate through online. So who is a very sound background in computer field, so he may be the coordinator of the IQAC. Then operational features of the IQAC. Quality assurance is a byproduct of ongoing efforts to define the objectives of an institution, to have a work plan to achieve them, and to specify the checks and balances to evaluate the degree to which each of the tasks is the fulfilled. Devotion and commitment to improvement rather than mere institutional controls is the basis for devising procedures and instruments for assuring quality education. The right balance between the health and growth of an institution needs to be struck, and the IQC has to ensure that whatever is done in the institution for education is done efficiently and effectively with high standard. And IQAC will have to first establish procedures and modalities to collect the data or any information on various aspects of the institutional functions. Because IQAC needs all data, information, documents from various departments, shells to preparation of AQR and SSR. And coordinator of the IQAC will have a major role in implementing these functions. As per the NAC guidelines, as per the NAC manual, whatever he needs, that all functions he should be the right person to conduct the programs. And IQAC may derive major support from the already existing units and mechanisms that contribute to the functions listed above. Features and functions discussed so far are broad-based to facilitate institutions towards academic excellence, and institutions may adapt them to their specific needs. Then prerequisites for submission of IIQA. No, it is not applicable to you. Supporting documents, IQAC in RAF. Okay. Then, what is the rule of IQAC in RAF? In SSR criteria 6, it includes the IQAC rules. In example, that in 6th criteria, governance, leadership, and management, in that key indicator 6.1, what it shows, institutional vision and leadership. The institution has to give the vision and leadership, it is a qualitative matrix. 6.2, strategy development and deployment. Faculty empowerment strategies, financial management and resource mobilization, internal quality assurance system. What are through the IQAC initiatives, activities, that all information it is required in the criteria, in 6th criteria in the SSR. So this is the 6th criteria. Then coming to your main motto, that AQR. So preparation of AQR or the submission of AQR is not important. Before that, the preparation of AQR through IQAC, that is important. So that's why I highlighted before this one, because IQAC rule is very, very important for collecting the documents or information. Based on that information only, it is possible to prepare a final AQR. So AQR is applicable only after accreditation. So before applying NAC, before applying cycle first, it is not applicable. Once the institution is accredited by NAC in first cycle, then the submission of AQR, it is mandatory to all the institutions in the country. So AQR means it is annual quality assurance report. The institution has to submit annual quality assurance report, AQR, through online. Earlier it was offline, emails, but now from 2019, it should be on AQR submission online, and it is mandatory. So AQR not applicable for first cycle institutions. After the first cycle, submission of AQR is mandatory for all the institutions every year, not only second cycle and subsequent cycles. AQR, an inward look into improvement. AQR, it shows the institutional improvement, progress of higher education. Institutions often goes into hibernations after NAC accreditation. Data-driven process of revised accreditation framework requires 5-year data for preparation of final SSR, again for the second cycle or subsequent cycle. For the preparation of final after 5 year, 4 year, 5th year, for preparation of SSR, AQR is very supporting documents. It gives all documentary proof, all information, data. So whatever you need, that all information is available in AQR, because already you have submitted that annual yearly AQR to the NAC. An institution tends to forget, miss out informations. Practice to assimilate data every year would ease the approach towards SSR. So whatever the institutions, they are submitting the AQR to the NAC, that all information, it should be available in their institutional website and in their IQAC with supporting documents, whatever you mentioned in the AQR. And that it will be very useful for final preparation of SSR after 4 years. AQR positions, institutions, it is a continuous improvement is better than delayed actions. Institutions' opportunity to compare their data in the AQR, identify and strategies area of improvement. Automatically, you know that once you submitted AQR for first year, for next year, you know what are the weaknesses and strengths in the institution, what you have to improve. Based on that information, the institution has to improve the other activities in the institutions as per the guidelines. And institution shall ensure the suggested area of the growth as per the recommendations of peer team. For the whatever they recommended peer team during on-site visit in the first cycle or previous cycle, whether it will compliance or not, do kindly follow it, whatever they recommended. Then AQR provides continuous introspection on instructional performance in different areas. Recent 4 AQRs is mandatory for submission of AQR. As you know that at least recent 4-year AQR means what? If the institution accredited in first cycle. So once accredited by NAAC in the first cycle, for second cycle, so before going second cycle, the institution has to submit 4 AQRs. That 4 AQR. AQR first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. So after fourth year, that's fifth year, that submission of again SSR, that self-study report, whatever you submitted in last 4 years AQR, including current year AQR, all AQR, including one SSR. So most of the institutions, what they are doing, by any pressure, by management or principals, simply they are submitting their AQRs. But while they are starting for preparation of SSR after 4th year, then only they will face the problem. So for the purpose of that, whatever you are submitting the AQR annually, so whatever you are giving the information in the AQR data, that all it should be available in the IQAC with their respective departments with documentary proofs. Means then only it is possible to make or prepare a final SSR. Then when AQR to be submitted, see, every 1st June of the window, every year, 1st June window opens for submission of AQR. June to December, there will be a 6-month time for the submission of AQR. The window shall remain open every year 31st December. Every year 31st means 6-month time will be given to the institution for submission of AQR. Why we are giving 6 months? Because example, the academic year starting from June to May. Every year, generally, academic year starts from June to May every year. So once May completed, from June to December 31st, 6-month time will be given to the institution for the submission of SSR. So before submission of SSR, they have to prepare a AQR with supporting documents, data, whatever they did in that particular academic year. So based on that information, the institutions are able to submit final AQR. For purpose of that, so we are given 6-month time every year from June to say December. Example, for the year 2021. So 220 starts June 21 completed in May. From June 21 to December 21, 6-month time will be there for submission of AQR for the academic year 2021. So this is one example. What if I miss AQR deadlines? See, the window time is applicable to previously completed academic year only. Or any previous AQR can be submitted throughout the year. Throughout the year. Example, last 2 years AQRs if you are not submitted. So anyway, your portal is taking that previous pending AQR also. And institution has to submit whatever previous AQRs are there. That AQRs also you can submit before December 31st. For example, 2021, the window shall open 1st June and 21. 1st June 2021. But to fill AQR, if the institutions are not filled, 2018, 19, and 17, 18. If by any previous years, the institution is to provisioned to fill throughout the year. If you have any pending AQR, you can fill now only. Otherwise, AQR is the mandatory despite of institutions progressing for assessment and accreditation of subsequent cycles, because submission of AQR is very, very important for the next assessment and accreditation process, means for next cycle. Online submission only. See, in beginning only I told, so earlier the submission of AQR, it was on email or offline. Now, totally it is submission of AQR, it is online and it is mandatory. From January 2019 onwards, AQR to be submitted online through NAAC portal only. That option is available in your HCI portal, means institutional portals. That preparation of AQR tab is there in your portal. If you click that tab, preparation of AQR, all information it is available in your portal. Prior to January 2019, NAAC accepted AQRs by email. So before January 2019, whatever AQR submitted by the institution, that all AQRs accepted by NAAC through email. But now, January 2019 onwards, it is mandatory to submit the AQR through online only. See, this is a register in NAAC portal for submission. Here, in most, as per our observations, most of the institutions have not registered in NAAC portal, especially during this RAF period. Means those institutions have not registered since 2017 onwards. Those institutions have to register first in their NAAC portal. So if you click apply online, new registration tab will be there. If you click that one, new registration, if you click that one, it will ask only the basic information. Once you register done successfully in NAAC portal, your personal, whatever you use the email for registration, so within 2-3 days or maximum 7 days, the institution, they may get a user ID and password for their institutional portal. Once they received, you can change the password as per your convenience and you can use that user ID forever. If once you done successfully for the any purpose, for any communication to the NAAC, you can use through institutional portal only. Then coming to AQR. What is the AQR? In AQR, there are two parts, as you know, the part A and part B. So part A, about 17 preliminary details is there. About institutions, that is basic information. About IQAC information is there and its plan of action. About AQR, if you are preparing second or third AQR, what about previous AQR, when you submitted, in which date, all information it is required in the AQR format. About institutions participation, AISCT, how many times you upload AISCT, what is the data, in which year you applied, and other mode of MIS, the institutions. Then part 2 means part B in the AQR. It is specifically as per the NAAC manual. There are 7 criteria in part B. Criteria 1, as you know, that curriculum aspect. 2, teaching, learning and evaluation. 3rd, research, innovation and extension. 4th, infrastructure and learning resources. 5th, student support and progression. 6th, governance, leadership and management. And 7th one, institutional values and best practices. As per these 7 criteria, the institution has to give the descriptive answer with supporting documents in the AQR. See, the AQR review process. What is the process of AQR? Submission of AQR by the institution, it is mandatory. Once you submitted the AQR with all the information, whatever required in the format, then after submission of AQR, concerned NAAC officer, they will review your AQR. It will allow to the review by AQR to the NAAC officer. So during the reviewing of officer, clarification posted by NAAC officers. If need any clarification in that AQR, whatever you submitted, whatever given information, again the concerned officer, they will ask the clarification through portal only, and whatever raised the clarification, that all clarifications it is available in your institutional portal, and institution has to submit after editing your AQR within 15 days. Then finally, concerned officer, they may accept your or approve your AQR. Here, some important instruction for the AQR. Data can be filled year-wise only. In the AQR, only current year, means last completed academic year data is required. No changes possible after approval. Once your AQR is approved by the NAAC, after approval, there will be no possibility to change or edit the data in the AQR, because nowadays all AQRs are available through online only, and data to be adequately supported by templates and documents, so that all data, whatever you are giving, with support to the templates and documents. If you are giving a particular figures or particular data in that year, related to that template-wise document proof is required. If documents are not matching with that data, then concerned officer, they will ask the query. Then monitor progressing in quality. Futuristic approaches, that is in that data analytical, integrating AQR data to become a SSR, committee to monitor and mentor progress of institutions. So based on the submitted AQRs year-wise, and whatever information and data given in the AQR, that is very helpful to preparation of final SSR after 4th year. So before preparing the SSR based on the AQR information, the concerned committee has to monitor in the IQAC or in the based on AQR information whether it is correct or not, and what is the progress of the institutions, what was the earlier AQR and what is the present AQR. So what AQR can offer in the institution as you like it: context, leadership, planning, support, management, evaluation, and improvement. So these are the 7 steps. So totally, the based on the AQR information, improvement is required. What is the progress? Choice is yours. This is an example only. Then AQR submission procedure. How the institution has to submit the AQR to the NAAC. What is the procedure? See, this is the preparation of AQR. This is the screenshot which is available in your institutional portal. If you click in your portal, manage AQR, see this is the red box. If you click that manage the AQR, immediately a tab will open, that is the prepare and submit AQR. If you click this tab and submit PTR, this screen it will come to there. So first page, it is only basic information of the institution and accreditation of the institution, type of the institution, whether it is affiliated, autonomous, university. Then which year you are submitting the AQR. This is the AQR. Then if you click prepare AQR, then part 1 and part B, it will open. See, this is a prepare AQR. This is one example. If you accreditation such as your accredited institution, then next submit. Next one, which year you are submitting. Here you can click. Then after this, prepare AQR. If you click that, then part A, it will start. Filling of AQR. In that first part, part A, in that first you should go the URL link, save buttons. Sorry, one disturbance important part. Sir. Sir, everything is okay, sir. I'm on meeting. No, नाही sir, meeting मध्ये आहे आणि अर्धा तास. Please, after half an hour I will call you again. I will check it, sir. Thank you. Sorry for any disturbance. Then save button is always there in each option, or add more buttons also it is there. Upload file button is also there in each option. If required, any upload documents, click upload files, choose files. Then if you choose the file, then upload the files. It is related to that option, and review or delete. All files are mandatory. Qualitative questions are there. Maximum 500 words or qualitative words. The institution has to give a descriptive answer, descriptive explanation, minimum 300 to maximum 500 words. And for related to quantitative metrics, as you know that there are 2 types of the metrics: on qualitative, that is QLM, and quantitative KNM. For quantitative metrics or quantitative questions in the AQR, maximum 10 records and others to be attached as a file. Then for quantitative metrics, if you are giving the data, related to data, the institution has to upload the files for each metric, each criteria, or each metric, each option. Maximum 5 MB capacity is available for uploading the supporting documents. If it is more than 5 MB, then the institution has to upload that same document in the institutional website and give the URL link. Non-applicability, that is nil. In the HUR, wherever data is not applicable or wherever information is not available, then kindly write nil, NIL nil, or write 00, either nil or 0. Don't leave any blank options. Kindly fill all the options with proof. If there is no applicable, kindly write NIL nil or 00. So this is the yearly status report part A. Part A, it is a basic information of the institution. Then institutional status, affiliated, co-education, whether it is rural, whatever, if you have, that is the basic information in part A. So this is in which year accredited, that cycle name, CGPA, all these is basic information. Then this is the again basic information, whether yes or no, you can click it. Then whether IQS receiving funding, whatever information as per the question, whether AQR was placed before a statutory body, if yes or not, as per your information in the institution. Then start the filling up AQR part B. Part B is very, very important because part B is showing the criteria-wise analysis, criteria-wise information. Part A, it gives only the basic information, that is general information of the institution of that particular year. Then part B, criterion-wise, 1 to 7 questions are there, metrics are there. In that, both options, questions included quantitative and qualitative. Plus buttons are there, upload files is also again there. If you need to do a link, a particular documents, your link option is also there. Then qualitative questions are there. For qualitative, again, you have to give 500 words, minimum 300 to 500 words. Quantitative questions, maximum 10. Then no, again, applicable. If there are some metrics are not applicable to your institutions, or if the some of the metrics are not applicable of that particular year, so you can write it in nil or 00. For part B, this is the screenshot which is available in institutional portal. So if you click this one, then criteria wise, first you click criteria 1, it is curricular related aspects. So institution has to give a descriptive answer related to curricular aspect in criteria 1. Like this criteria, if you click criteria 2, again related to teaching, learning and evaluation of that particular year. For that, the institution has to give a descriptive answer. If it is a qualitative, if it is a required data, the institution has to give the data. Then research related, 4th criteria, infrastructure and learning, 5th student progression, 6th one, governance, leadership and management, and 7th one, institutional values and best practices. Criteria 1, curricular aspects. Like this, it will open in your portal. Criteria 1, if you want, whatever you want to give the descriptive answer, you can write in this box, maximum 500 words. Then you go again. Then you save the button. Save button is there every page in this red corner. If you need any write-up in this box, after completion of this box, minimum 300 to 500 words, then kindly press the button, that is save button. Then again go for next one, like same thing. If you need, as per the option, example, new programs, courses introduced during last 5 years, that options are available. Which course you put the data, upload the documents here, view file, or upload the files. If you are giving the numbering here, related to that numbering, the institution has to upload the files. So after successfully uploaded all the files, then press the save button. Like this. Then like third one, see feedback related, you can write yes or no. After that, giving the answer, again you can put here, press button, that is save button. So you don't forget to press the save button. Means whatever you are doing, all information, it will be there stored. Once you save, put the save button. Then criteria 2, it is also same, like teaching, learning, evaluations. Example, how many programs, how many is there, number of seats available, number of the application resource, and a number of the enrolled students. If you are putting all these data in this box, related to this box, you have to upload the files, means supporting documents in their upload file. Once you uploaded successfully file, then again you can press the save button. So like this is the criteria for infrastructure and learning resources. In this, see details of augmentation infrastructure faculty during the year or budget allocation, whatever metrics are there, questions are there related to that, you have to fill the data. So whatever you are fill the data related to that data, the institution has to provide all supporting documents, upload all supporting documents in this option. So once you again completed the uploaded the files, then you press the save button. Once you press the save button, that file it is under saved file. Like this is the all 7 criteria. After this, then filling AQR questions. Then eighth one question, that is description of future plans. Fill the response for questions 8. Then you can write here descriptive futures plans. Then press next button. If you click next button, again it will come like this. If you future plans of the action for next academic year, you can write in maximum 500 words. Then after this, you click next button again. If you click next button, next page will come. So after this, then submission of AQR. After completion of part A, part B, and question number 8, then next button. But after you click next button, next page will come, submission page. So in submission page, there are 2 lines will come and they will ask declaration. Once you click like declaration and press the submit button, your AQR, it may be submitted to the NAAC. So once you submitted AQR, then like this AQR submission, academic year to which AQR has to be submitted, example 18-19. It will look like this in institutional portal. This, see, this is the first part, second part, and there. In all information related to NAAC, whatever you communicated, that all information it is available in institutional portal. Say example, here, AQR review details is there in your portal. If you click manage AQR, prepare and submit AQR, first tab is there. After that tab, AQR review details is there. If you click that AQR tab, then again, it will come here like this. How many AQRs you submitted to the NAAC? See, in which year? 17-18, 16-17, 89, which date you submitted, whether it is approved or not approved, AQR details is also there. So all information, it is available in your portal. You can see after submitted your AQR. Then review of the AQR. So AQR review details, review options, it HTML and PDF option files are there. AQR review details, edit AQR, whatever has given the suggestion in before this. So this is again same available in your AQR. AQR review process. Already I presented this one. Okay. Then resubmission. Once the AQR submitted by institution, after submission AQR, concerned officer, they will review and they will ask if need any clarification for editing. So after editing, institution has to resubmission of AQR after editing. Again, whatever they raised the query, you can incorporate. After that, then resubmit option is there. Before resubmission, again it will ask declaration. If you click declaration, again it will ask resubmit button. If you click that resubmit button, automatically it will take. So after that, comment box is also there. 1. So which metrics are not applicable to you? You are putting nil or 0. Or you can write your comments related to that metric in comment box and resubmit the button. Then updated details. All press save button in the comment box, and final you press the resubmit button. Once you submit the resubmit button, again it will go to directly NAAC. Once you submit the button, there will be no provision to edit or submit or any to do the edition. So again like this it will come in. Okay, this will come in again in our portal. See, this is the resubmit button. Once you click this resubmit, finally after editing AQR, it will submit to the NAC after resubmit button. See, if you want to write any comments, you can write in this comment box and save it. After saving, then directly it will finalize. Done. Here, after this preparation of AQR, submit an AQR. After entire this process of AQR, we received so many frequently asked questions related to AQRs. Here also, what you are going to asking me questions after this presentation, almost that all questions I am covering here only. Means during this 3-4 years, we observed so many questions that is called frequently asked question. What type of questions the institutions are asking and what is the answer? Both question and answer here I am sharing with you. See, how many AQR formats are there as on date? If question is like this, answer 3. University format is separate, autonomous college format is separate, and affiliated college format is separate. And that all separate format are available in their institutional portal as well as in NAC website for your reference. Format for autonomous college? Yeah, obviously, yes. There is a separate for autonomous. Is AQR format different for different years? No. Always it is irrespective of your institution, the same format, AQR, yearly. Is NAC validates or checks the AQRs with DVV? Or some of the people they are asking, whatever I are giving the information and documents or that AQR, whether DVV is checking. No. There is no relation between AQR and DVV process. Will DVV clarifications be asked for AQR? No. Coordinator can send the remarks based on your AQR information and uploaded documents. Whether previous 5 years AQR or 4 years AQR is mandatory. Yes. The submission of AQR is mandatory or submission of IIQ for second cycle or subsequent cycles. Define an academic year as per NAC norms. Yeah, most of the institutions, they are asking this question also because it's depend on their affiliating university. Some of the university, they are starting academic year from June. Some of the university, they are starting from July. Or some of the university, they are starting from August. But generally, it is applicable to all the institutions in the country. June 1st every year to 31st May every year, it is an academic year calendar. It is a academic year calendar. Why so many upload data or documents in AQR? Yeah, some of the institutions are asking because already they are submitting in the SSR, upcoming SSR, and already they submitted in the previous SSR. For that, continuous quality assurance system in higher education institutions. The institution knows their progress. They knows their quality year-wise. It knows through AQR only. That's why AQR and that submission of documents and data is required. Can we use softwares developed by market for AQR to submit AQR? No. That is the rumors, whatever NAC uploaded information as per NAC guidelines only, you can submit the AQR. Don't go for outside private agencies or any market purchased softwares. NAC is doing with AQRs. Answer. Monitoring the quality assessment of the institutions. How it was last year, 2 years back. What is the improvement of the institution of this year, after 1 year or after 2 years? And institutions also knows their weakness and strength of year-wise, in which criteria they lose the score, in which criteria they progress. It knows only the improvement of AQR. AQR technical questions. Can I submit AQR after submitting online IIQA? Oh, yes, no, not issue, because most of the institutions, what they are planning if they want to submit IIQ in this month, actually October, November. So they are asking, sir, whether shall I submit first IIQ or AQR? Okay, you can submit IIQ as per your expiry date, or as per your calendar date. So AQR is the mandatory. Everywhere the institution has to submit before 31st December. Not an issue. They can submit IIQ before submitting the AQR also. It allows online AQR submission after the deadline. Yeah, yes. At present, there is no restrictions. Still now at present, there is no restriction. It will be flagged as late submission from the 2019-20 academic year. So that's why in beginning only I told whatever pending AQRs there in the institution, that AQR also they can upload now. Should we answer all the questions in AQR? Yes. If not applicable, you can enter text content that is nil, NIL nil, or numbers 00. But institution has to give the answer for all the questions in the AQR. Don't leave any question blank. Can we put nil or NA in the part A or B questions? Yeah, obviously you can put. If it is not related to your institution, so you can put 00 or nil. Our AQR 2018-19 is accepted. Okay. Accepted. Now, we want to edit it. It is possible? No. Whatever they submitted during that year, after submitted, after reviewing concerned officer, if they approve that particular AQR, once approved by the officer, then again there will be no chance to edit the AQR. Our AQR 2018-19 is accepted, but it was actually 17-18. Can we edit our AQR here? Give IMS to NAC. If you have any like this technically, you send the issue management system is there in the portal. You can raise one issue or you can send one email to nachelpdesk@gmail.com. So concern officer, concern section, they will do that editing. That is a major editing with technically. We have submitted AQRs for 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, and we do have acknowledgement from NAC. Okay, do you have acknowledgement? But now the portal says to submit online the above years. What we should do? Answer. Only you can need to submit remaining AQRs, means pending AQRs online. Those already submitted, not required. Again, we have submitted AQRs for 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, and we don't have acknowledgement from NAC. Again, same question. Okay. Now the portal says submit online the above AQRs. What we should do? At least raise one issue or email. If you submitted all AQRs, no need to submit once again through online. Whatever you are submitting now in this stage from 2019 onwards, so institution has to submit through online. AQR policy questions. Some of the policy questions are there in the AQR. Why can't NAC reduce the number of questions in AQR? All are linked with quality indicators. All are linked with manuals. So that's why whatever they have covered in the questions in AQR, that all questions are mandatory to fill by the institutions. Those questions are not applicable, then institution can write nil or 0. Will grants be stopped if we do not submit AQR regularly? If some of the questions they are asking, if we are not submitting AQR, our grants will stop. No. However, AQR is mandatory to apply in subsequent cycle. It is not related to sanction the grant or sanction the or to release the grants. And other questions related to AQR. I am a teacher, education college. Okay. Whether I have to submit in which format? Based on HEI type at present. If your institution is affiliated, affiliated. Autonomous, autonomous. University, university. Whether NAC is preparing a new AQR format to teacher education college. In future, yeah, there is a plan. In future, we may plan to have different AQR for teacher education, like manual. Already, we prepared teacher education separate manual, and that it is available in our NAC website also. My HEI is submitted 15 to 18 AQRs by email. Okay. Do I need to submit again in NAC? portal in new format? No. If you submitted by offline or through email, no need to submit once again. Okay, here one more question. I am a medical college accredited by NAC in 2012. Do we need to submit AQR? From which year? Answer, yes. The institution has to submit once institution accredited from accreditation year, regularly submission of AQR is mandatory. You have to submit 2012 onwards till date. Some of the metrics are not showing in portal. What need to be done? Raise IMS to the NAC. If you are facing some technical problems during preparation or filling stage of AQR, so raise one IMS, issue a management system is there, or send one email to the NAC, the concerned section people, technical people, they will solve your query. Lockdown period is extended up to May 3, 2020. The AQR submission for year 18-19 is up to 15 June. It was there. Well, the question I am repeating. Will it extend it? Already we extended 4-5 times. Now, 31st December in this month, it is there for submission of this academic year AQR. Also, all pending AQRs already extended. The NAC has brought out the new SSR format. AQR format also be changed. If changes happens when it will be made available to institutions. If we change, then it will be available in 2021 AQR format, means from 21-22. Now it is under progress. Shortly it will be implemented. But still now, whatever formats are there in existing format, the institution has to prepare in that format only, and they have to submit in that format. So other questions. We are going to submit AQR report for academic year 18-19, example. We would like to request you to give us sufficient time, extend the date of submission of AQR for the academic year 18-20. Now you can submit. Presently it is open for submission of all pending AQRs. Yeah, these all the repeated questions are in AQR frequently asked questions only. So AQR frequently asked formatting, there is no upload. All this is the repeated questions. AQR, how will we know if our AQR is accepted by NAC? After reviewing our acceptance, how? Okay. This is also one question for him. How will we know if our AQR is accepted by NAC? After reviewing on acceptance of the AQR by NAC, an auto-generated email, it will be sent to your registered email ID. That acceptance and approved AQR, that message, it will be sent to your registered email ID, and it is available also your portal. Your AQR is approved by NAC. So with this detailed information about IQAC, before preparation of the AQR, submission of AQR, what is the rule of IQAC, what is the function of IQAC, what is the responsibility of IQAC, and preparation of AQR, submission of AQR with frequently asked questions. So here I presented a detailed information about the AQR and IQAC. With this brief presentation, I conclude my presentation here. Now session is open for any clarification or any doubts. I request Dr. Vijay Kumar sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just I conclude my presentation here. You need any questions, clarifications, we'll discuss.
Now is the Q&A session. The participants can ask doubts. If they raise their hand, we can unmute them.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam, please.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
So, I'm Minu. I am the IQAC secretary at our college, Marthoma College for Women. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. We have to upload the certificates, right, for some programs.
Yes.
So do we upload all the certificates or just the state and national level ones? Because at the college level, we will have a number of documents, right?
Okay.
So,
See, madam, whatever you have the certificates, attended or participant certificates, if it is 5, 10 or 100 or 500, all documents you have to submit, upload.
all right. Sir. All
Okay,
right.
in AQR, in same also in SSR also. You can upload all the documents. If the documents are more than 5 MB of each question or each metric,
Okay.
that same document you can upload in your institutional website and kindly give the URL link of that particular question.
All right. And so another thing is in governance point 1.2, in the criteria on governance, there is this question practice of decentralization, 2 practices of decentralization. We generally write that there is a management and then the principal and then the IQAC. Is that what is expected or is there something more specific?
That see,
When you
madam,
mentioned 2 practices.
yeah, related to governance matter, as per your policy decision, you can write that as a qualitative metric descriptive answer in order wise.
All right. All right.
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Thank you for. Hello, sir.
Hello, madam. Yeah, I'm hearing.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, sir, I have a doubt regarding the assessment period. I mean, the academic year for AQR 2021. As per our earlier information, from 1st June to 31st May, we have to consider all the data falling in today's date. But in the morning session, it was said that there is a notification, a latest notification is there,
Yeah.
by which we can include all the activities up to 31st December 2021.
Yeah,
So we
it
need
is
a
sure.
clarification in that.
Yeah, it is sure, madam. See, clarification. The academic year, example, June to May, whether it is 21 or 20. So during this pandemic situation, we have taken the decision and we have extended date up to 31st May for doing the activity or preparation of the documents. Academic year is the same. Example 2021. So during 2021, during this pandemic lockdown, which the documents or which programs we have not conducted, that if you conducted after June to before December, that document is considering for that academic year 2021. Clear, madam? Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, madam, please.
Sir, I'm Dr. Jinida Varghese, IQSA coordinator of Bishop Kuryalaseri College for Women, Amalagiri, Kottayam.
Okay,
Sir, I
please.
have a question.
Okay.
In view of the pandemic situation, NAC declared the academic year for 1920 from June 19 to December 20 and academic year 2021 from June 20 to December 21, right, sir?
Right.
Then,
See, madam, academic year means only for doing activities we are conducting December 31st. We are considering
Okay,
all
sir.
your academic document up to December. Example,
Okay, sir.
Example, during 21 March, April, if you have not conducted any activities during lockdown, that same activity, if you did after June or before December, that documents we are
Okay.
considering for the academic year 2021.
Okay, sir. Then the period of 6 months is common for both the academic year. And my
Yeah.
question is, but
Yeah, some repetition common will be there because it is
yes,
related to
sir.
academic year.
Yes, sir. 6 months repetition is there.
Yeah.
So,
It is not repetition like madam. Example 2021 it complete May. For 2021,
Okay, sir.
any related that activities if you are you did in October, but in your report
sir.
it is related to academic year 2021.
Okay, sir.
And for this 6 months after June, if you are doing 21, 22, So obviously you are writing for the academic year 21-22. This so-and-so activity is conducted.
Okay, sir.
Means what? Totally we are considering your documents, late documents, example, after June.
Okay, sir. Then, if we include the same, we cannot include same data conducted during that 6 months.
No, same data, same document you cannot use for both the years.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Otherwise it will be
Okay.
repetition.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, madam. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir, please.
Madam, I am calling. I am talking from St. George's College, Arivithara.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Audible.
Yeah. Sir, our fourth accreditation was on 2016 March.
Okay.
Yeah, 2021 March is the fifth cycle of accreditation.
Okay.
Now we are in extension period.
Hmm.
Yeah, we are planning to submit the SSR on March 20, the coming March 2022.
2022. Not issue. You can submit, sir, as earliest.
Yeah, sir. The span of time starts from 2016 or the last 5 year or the 6 year.
See, sir, your due date already expired. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
But we are not asking why you are applied late. When you are applying IIQA, from the submission of IIQA, last completed 5 years, completed data is required.
Okay, last completed 5 years.
If you are submitted IIQA in this month, example, December. Now this academic year is going on 21-22.
Yeah.
So last 5 completed academic year data is required in the SSR.
Okay. In SSR only 5 year data.
Last completed academic year, last 5 years completed academic years.
Completed academic year. Okay.
If you are submitting IIQ in March, as per your vision,
Okay. Yes,
then
yes.
2021 to last 5 years data is required.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, please.
Sir, I'm Monsi Matthew from Government Arts and Science College, Calicut.
Okay, sir, please.
This year, 2020-21, how long can we take actually? Like, is it up to December, or do we get time after that also?
What submission of AQR?
AQR, yeah.
Again, it will extend, but still we have not taken decision. In this week, it will happen, sir. But most probably it will extend. So today morning only we discuss somewhere. But try to submit earliest.
Yeah, we are trying to do it, sir, but our college has started only a few months back offline. We are still trying to get everything together, so it will take some time.
Yeah. Most probably it will extend, but I'm not sure about that in this stage. But 90% it will extend, sir, because again there will be timing up to December 20 days after.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
I'm Jaya from Maharaja's College at Ernakulam, IQAC coordinator. I want to know about the academic activities. That is, we have conducted the examination in this time. That means after June, after December.
Yeah.
So, what about the result that we have to upload it? That is 2 semesters, 1 and 2. The exam conducted in this period. So, in which AQR we have to submit the result details?
That only, sir, madam. See, this is not a problem to you only. It is a problem of throughout the India. So academic year completed in the before May. And if you have not completed examination 2021, now the universities are conducting in this October, November, December like this. So after completion of, after declaration of result, you can submit the AQR, not the issue.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, madam.
I am Lavina Dominic, IQSC coordinator, St. Thomas College of Teacher Education. So as is a teacher education college, the AQR format has changed, but but in the portal that it has not been opened yet. The
See,
new
madam.
format.
Yeah, in my presentation also I gave whatever existing format is there, that only you can submit till 2021. From 21-22, it will be changed for all the institutions.
Okay, sir. In the NAC website, the new format is already available. So we
Yeah,
got
available, but still it is not implemented. Shortly it will implement it.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
But for the submission of 2021, whatever existing AQR format is there, in that format only you can submit the AQR for 2021.
Hello.
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 Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am
Good afternoon, sir.
I am Dr. Koshi from IQSC coordinator from St. Stephen's College of Pattanavaram.
Okay, sir, please.
Sir, 10 days back we have submitted the IAQA and it is accepted there.
Okay.
And also we are preparing the SSR.
Okay.
We have submitted the AQR for the year 2016, 17, 18 and 19 online.
Okay.
My doubt is the last AQR can we submit at the time of visit?
Please repeat once again.
Sir, we have submitted the AQR for the year 2016, 17, 18 and 19. 4 year we have online submitted.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so the last 5th AQR can we submit during the visit?
Yeah, not issue. This is a yearly regular routine work, so mandatory. So you can submit this 5th one also.
We want to submit online or can we submit
No,
it?
online only, sir. And that facility is available in your portal.
So we have to submit by the December. That's what.
You submit it because now you are in the under filling stage of SSR. It will take 45 days timing from the acceptance of AQR, IAQA. Again, after submitted AQR, again there will be 2-3 months time. So okay, it is a long process. Okay. So 5th AQR you have to submit, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
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 Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, audible, madam. Please go ahead.
I have one query related to the repetitions. For example, in the criteria 3 on extension and innovation and research, if you are quoting this as a best practice, is there any problem with that? With the repetition?
No, in criteria 3, there is no best practice. Best practice related question, it is there in the 7th criteria.
No, if we are using the extension activity as a best practice, we are citing in both.
No. Yeah. Just I got it, madam. So no. Best practice related activities you can show in the 7th criteria. In 3rd criteria, you can give only extension activities.
So no, the duplication, the repetition is not
again,
allowed.
it will be duplication. If you are uploading here in the criteria 3, same document again, it will be available in 7th criteria.
Okay, so we have to avoid duplication and replication.
Yeah, if it is there, please go as per the metric.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Because for best practice, there is a separate metric, no, madam, in 7th criteria. So whatever related documents are there, best practice you can upload there and you can give the descriptive answers.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I am Girish, Government Arts and Science College, Koduvally. I am IQAC coordinator of this college. Sir, our college is a newly started college. Started in 2013, and we are preparing for NAC accreditation. Okay, but our problem is we are applied for 12 and 12B. But our college is not registered in 12 and 12B till now.
Okay.
What we can do at this stage, sir?
Yeah, I understood your problem. Sir, already, first of all, I am very much thankful to you because you are trying to get 12B from the UGC. If that, getting 12B is delayed from the UGC, not the issue, and there is no restriction for NAC, and your institution is eligible for applying NAC without 12B also.
Without 12B, we can apply for NAC.
Yeah, you can apply. Without 12B also, your institution is eligible for applying NAC assessment and accreditation process. Only one eligibility is required. Minimum 6 years completed or 2 batches pass out students.
So we are eligible for applying for NAC.
Yeah, you are eligible. Sure, you can apply.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, myself, Dr. Shubha from NSS College of Women, Trivandrum. Actually, I've got 2 doubts, sir. One is that we are having 13 PG departments and 13 UG departments and 3 PG departments in our college. So, do we come under the PG college or the UG college section? Which AQAR should we go?
This is also a good question. See, madam, along with undergraduate programs, if the institutions are running at least one single also, PG or more than 1, 2, 3, your college will be considered as an affiliated PG college.
Okay, sir. Thank you. One more doubt. Actually, we have completed 3 NAC cycles. 3 accreditation processes are over, all with A grade.
Okay.
So, can we avail the 7-year extension for the 4th accreditation?
Yeah. After getting 3rd accreditation in your certificate, it is there for 7-year LDT.
Yeah.
Then after you can apply after 7 years.
No. There
before
was
expiry date.
Okay, before how should we apply that, sir?
Before expiry date, that expiry date it is available in your certificate, accreditation certificate.
Yeah.
You can apply before expiry date for subsequent cycle.
Oh, actually, okay. On our in our 3rd certificate, it was the 3rd cycle was on October 2017. October 2017. That was when the
means your 3rd cycle accreditation was happened in 2017 October.
3rd cycle.
Yeah. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is not clear, madam. No, your voice is not clear.
Hello, sir.
Madam, your voice is breaking up.
Any other questions from other participants?
Questions, sir, please ask.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sir, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please audible.
I am Prashant. My coordinator, IAC Kerala.
Okay.
Sir, our institution was accredited in the year 2016. And we are in the second phase of accreditation.
Okay.
Sir,
Means you are
while we go to the
you are
next
applying for
slide,
second cycle.
we could not find. Yes, sir, second cycle.
Okay.
When we try upload the AQR for 2020-21, it's not available in that NAC.
Yeah. You can upload 20.
We have already uploaded 4 years. We have to upload.
Yeah, you have to upload AQR. Then again, you can submit IIQ and SSR.
Sir, we have submitted the IIQ after submitting last 4 years AQR.
Okay.
2021 AQR link is not available for teacher education institutions.
Yeah. Therefore, this current AQR you can submit through online.
Through
online. That option is available in your portal. Please check it, your portal.
Sorry, sir. If I am selecting the teacher education institution, the link for 2020-21 is not available.
You raise one question for that. Raise one issue.
So already. Okay.
You raise one issue stating your technical problem. So concerned officer, they will resolve your query immediately.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. I am Midun John from St. George's College, Arudra.
Okay, sir, please.
Okay, sir. Actually, you have told that for the next, we are going for the next accreditation. And since for the last 2 years, the accreditation due to pandemic, where some kinds of quantitative data is not at all sufficient for us because due to the COVID pandemic, many things were not happening in and around. And for the NAC, the last year data is important. For example, usage of library uses data is for last completed year.
Okay.
Particularly the food count of the usage of library usage of students like that. So what we can do for that, sir?
Sir, after submission SSR during DV clarification, they will ask only 5 days usage of library. Last 5 years, not only last 2 years. They may ask before the pandemic also.
No, sir, latest completed academic year data is
because some of the states they started the colleges. No, if in your college it was started during that asked period, you can give answer. Otherwise, you can do the clarification during that time.
Okay, sir. One more doubt. Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
One more doubt. That is regarding this ICT.
Okay.
The ICT in the classrooms are important for a NAC. And can we use this smart screens inside the classroom instead of projectors? Or
instead of project, if that wall is good, it will good display. You can use that also.
LED, LCD screens can be used inside the classroom.
Yeah, LED, LCD, that projector. Use it, sir. Not issue.
All this will be considered as ICT.
But that photo, it should be clear to visible using the ICT tools in the classroom.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, madam. Now it is there 31st December. Again, there will be 20 days time. It may be extension. Again 1 or 2 months. But I'm not sure that now, but definitely it will extend. Because again 20 days time will be there. Try to submit AQR before 31st December.
Hello, sir. Actually, I was there was some data problem while I was asking my question last time. Actually, my question is we had completed 3 accreditations with A grade, and the last accreditation was during October 2017. So by when should we submit the IIQA? Will we get the 7-year extension? Because in the NAC website, it is written that if an institution has 3 consecutive A grades, we can you have the 7-year extension for the next accreditation cycle.
Right. You are right, madam.
Oh.
You are right, because if you have got continuously 3 A grade consecutively, so for subsequent cycle there will be 7 years validity.
3-star, 4-star.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, audible, madam.
I am talking from Government Victoria College, Palakkad on behalf of IQAC.
Okay.
Our last NAC visit was in November 2021.
November, okay.
November 2021, and our results are just released only. And in SSR, we have included data up to December 2020.
Okay.
And AQR was submitted up to 1920. Whether we are supposed to submit AQR for 2021.
Okay.
Is it mandatory that only?
No, it is mandatory, and you have to submit 2021 AQR also.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Because AQR is the mandatory to submit annually.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I am Dr. Manu. Sir,
Okay.
regarding from NAC website, it is seen that the 1920, that is also 1920, not 2021 AQR has been extended up to 1st February. Is it was happened because somebody was telling it will be extended for AQR submission of 2021, and it was now showing it is extended up to 1st February.
Yeah. What I'm told, so morning only we had a discussion about this.
Yes.
And we have taken decision to extend it.
Yes.
But
just now only it was notified, sir.
yeah. Today only we notified that. Afternoon, not morning also.
Okay. Then it will be
extended.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear participants, now the Director of Collegiate Education has joined, and I invite Director of Department of Collegiate Education, Vigneshwari Ma'am IAS, to suggest some concluding remarks on the webinar.
Everyone. Thank you, Dr. Namde.
Thank you. Namaskar. Not audible, madam.
Now, may I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Kamble, who have actually took out time from your schedule to give a brief about our accreditation process to all the colleges in Kerala. So now we have a mission under which we would want all the colleges in the Kerala to be accredited by NAC by 2024. And we also wanted to take 1 year time so that we can prepare after this COVID disaster, because we need some time to put everything in place so that it becomes a process, it becomes a routine, so that we are ready to go for the accreditation process. So in the first phase, this webinar has been arranged for government and aided colleges. And in the future, we would request your support for such webinars in the case of self-financing colleges also.
Sure, madam.
Additionally, we would also want you to be a part of our accreditation process continuously and give us the handholding support, so that we want all of our institutions to aim for A++. And I certainly believe we have the caliber to get that, and with support and with additional pruning, we'll be able to achieve it. So, thank you, Dr. Vijay Kumar, for arranging this webinar, and thank you all the principals and IQAC coordinators and other teaching staff of our colleges for having actively participated in this webinar. So we just have one motto: let us all work together and demand NAC team that we deserve A++. Let us make this a practice. Let us not prepare for NAC, but all the criteria, everything is necessary for the better functioning of our colleges. So let us imbibe all these practices, try to incorporate in whatever activities we do, be it extension, be it research, be it curriculum implementation and everything. So let it become a way of our life. And then in a year, we'll all be ready to go for accreditation. And I'm pretty sure we'll all be able to get A++. Thank you so much. Let us all be into this mission continuously and make this a reality sooner. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. With your request, I'm sure that always I will be with you for helping NAC assessment and acceptance process. Anytime you can ask them, we will join as a resource persons anywhere.
Now I invite Dr. Vishnu VS to deliver a vote of thanks.
Respected Director, dignitaries from NAC and participants from various colleges. We are at the end of today's session and we had a very fruitful session regarding equipping colleges for NAC visit. The resource persons have explained the very finer details regarding AQR preparation and other formalities regarding applying for accreditation. My duty is to render a vote of thanks. First of all, I take this occasion to thank Dr. Kamble, the resource person for the afternoon session. He has explained in great detail the requirements that colleges have to keep in mind while preparing for NAC accreditation. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presence. I also thank the resource persons for the forenoon session. Dr. PBS Punmudiraj, the advisor of NAC for delivering the keynote address. Dr. D.S. Kavde, the deputy advisor of NAC for giving us insights regarding NAC preparation. Thank you, sirs. I also extend sincere thanks to the Director of Collegiate Education, Srimati Vikneshwari IAS, for organizing this program for the benefit of the colleges. Thank you, ma'am, for this program. Thanks are also due to the organizing team from DCE, ASAP, Dr. Vijayakumar, who has taken some pain for arranging this, and for all the efforts taken for the smooth conduct of today's webinar. Thank you all for this. Thank you, the organizing team. And finally, I wish to thank all the participants, respected principals and IQAC coordinators for their valuable presence. We had a huge audience today from the government and aided colleges. Thanks also for the questions that you have placed for discussion. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Vijay sir.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, shall I leave the session?
Yes, we can wind up.
Madam, thank you.
Thank you.